There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Green Bay Packers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Jones. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offense and quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cooper, the man in motion right. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Watson on third down. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Watson to Njoku there for the Cleveland first. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run again with Hunt. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The slot man in motion right. 3rd and 2, Watson. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Rodgers. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he is going to have a Packers first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. The Packers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 36. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tonyan. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Rolling to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. A nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5, so 2nd and 5 coming up.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Steps away to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Watson. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. This is caught inside the 15. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd down, here's Jones. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way.
And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper. He'll get it inside the 20. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Now Watson. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Watson now to throw. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Rodgers. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. He'll get it inside the 20. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Browns take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Jones has it over the middle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 54 yards. And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. Finding room at midfield. Now he's into the clear again. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, don't fumble the football.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
After the interception, here's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they'll get this down to the 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Browns have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. gets set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll go again to Jones.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.